cameras. You're most welcome to unmute yourself. You're most welcome to put up your hand and ask questions as we go. So for those that don't know me, I'm Lizzie. I'm the CEO of New Zealand Pony Club. I'm really excited to be here.
And I'm Lorraine, and I'm New Zealand Pony Club's Training and Development Lead. So this is one of my projects that I've got in my basket.
Excellent. So thanks for coming along tonight and finding out a little bit about the Academy. And so tonight's actually, right, be on the right slide, is designed to be short, it's designed to be focused, and it's to be, our goal is to give you a look at it to see if the Academy is right for you. Everything we cover will be linked and it will be recorded on the website. So if you're looking for this on the website, it is under our programs and it's got the Pet Insure Pony Club Academy. We're really super lucky that Pet Insure came on board and helped out with sponsoring, and that's why we can actually give this academy to our members for $150, $150, and for that you get enrolled, you get a t-shirt and you get a book. So that's the cost of the academy. So we designed this webinar for 3 groups. Those of you who are already enrolled and working through the academy, but maybe you've just got a little bit stuck, or maybe you need to be a bit reinvigorated. For those that are newly enrolled, and for those that are interested but not enrolled. So at the session, hopefully you'll know exactly what the Academy is, how it works, and where you fit in. So today in our session, we'll be looking further on about how to access a mahi, how to upload your work, the focus area, the mentorship, and where you fit. And we'd like to show you that everything's step by step, and it could be quite simple. And as Lorraine said, this is in her basket is training and development, but I did have a very big part to play in the academy when I first came involved in Pony Club. So it's a project that we're both passionate about, and it's, yeah.
Absolutely. So what is the Pony Club Academy? It's all about giving our members the chance to go beyond what they usually do at rallies or through certificates. And obviously it's designed to deepen your learning through both challenge-based and self-paced activities, mixing the online tasks with practical challenges. It encourages your initiative, leadership, peer mentoring, and the members get a chance to explore areas that they're really passionate about, like horse welfare, coaching, leadership, or going in more further into competition, while also developing the most important skills for life, such as teamwork, responsibility, and self-management. Oops, sorry, pressed the wrong button. So the program also brings to life our Pony Club values, obviously with empathy. It comes through the research and projects on horse welfare, strengthening bond with horses, the togetherness when older riders set up as mentors at rallies and creating a strong sense of community. And the self-management is built as members set their own goals and track their progress. And of course, participation and contribution comes when the riders give back, whether it's helping at rallies, organising activities, or supporting club events.
I think the big thing with the Academy, for you guys on here, welcome Simon, is it's self-paced, as Lorraine said. So we don't sit here and say where you should go and how you should do the mahi. You determine where you go. We'll give you some suggestions, and one of our things is in 3 weeks' time we'll do another online webinar, and that will be focused on one of the topics that we think you should start with, or you can come and ask questions. Sorry, Lorraine, from jumping in there.
No, that's all right. It's we're wanting to help members grow strength and confidence, stepping into leadership roles, supporting obviously younger riders, helping coaches, or leading projects within their clubs and regions.
And that's exactly right. So it's those life skills. So at the first academy, I was fresh to Pony Club, so I just got this new exciting role. So I must have done something right. And I went with a group of members, and we worked on CVs, and CVs specifically for CVs for sponsorship. And I know that that's a big thing for riders, is to get sponsorship, and that's one of the big units in here. And I must be successful because my own personal child has just got another sponsorship deal just through her CV and targeting. So yeah.
Obviously, yeah, targeting 15 to 25-year-olds, so senior riders, school leavers. I had a girl that's left school this week down in Otago that's actually working at a local riding school, which is a centre member, and she's joined the academy as well as doing her coaching program to get ahead. Obviously, those interested in coaching, equine careers, volunteering, it offers a clear pathway with recognition.
We're definitely we're definitely where it begins in the life of equine and the equine industry in New Zealand.
That's right.
I'll just jump in with an additional comment. Hi, everyone. The Simon from the Pony Club board here. One of the big things about the likes of the coaching and the performance, it's things that you don't actually get out of a book. And David Galbraith has been amazing with this. And sorry if I repeat it because I got on late. Is we're not telling you, for example, how to coach. It's the psychology behind coaching, of personalities, pressure, how to help people through their learning and styles of learning, but also the performance side. Very few sports actually, whether it's cycling, running, or whatever, actually help you understand your own personal style of handling pressure, setting goals, and also winning, and also how to fail. And it was interesting. One of the pole vaulters that made the final at the World Champs this week and at the World Athletics Games, she said her coach has helped her change from being excited and passionate about her pole vault to actually turn it into a performance and what it takes to perform. So he was changing the whole psychological approach of her performance, and she's now made it's not Eliza McCartney, it's one of the other ladies. She's made the final, and this is also something that we need to do with equestrian. When you've got an animal that you can only control to a certain degree and has its own mind, how do we learn to handle the pressure of, say, going into a jump off or going to do a dressage test that, could be you make a team or you could win a, regional prize, something like that. It's how do we help you understand your ability to handle pressure and also use it to your advantage rather than run away from it.
Excellent. Thanks, Simon. That's really, really good. That's exactly the heart of it, isn't it?
Yeah. It is about building those life skills.
I think he's probably stolen a bit of your thunder on the next slide, but that's okay.
And by the way, a lot of these skills that, like the sports psychology and the coaching, I've had a couple of other sports that have had their children went through the first round, said this is totally applicable and could be picked up and dropped into football, hockey, in just about any other sport, the skills that our young people are going to learn through the academy.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Now I'll be quiet.
No problem, Simon. It is based on a leadership course. So it is about building up those skills so that you can lead whichever direction you want to go in and building your independence on those.
And we did write this, sorry, Lorraine, for the potential of being accredited with ITO, but that is a long, drawn-out process, and we are working on that as fast as we can.
Yeah, but that is our goal, and I'm going to be concentrating on that for the next 12 months, actually, progressing us towards that for everybody that joins the course. but it's outside the Pony Club certificate syllabus. So it is like the cherry on the top. None of it, well, a little bit crosses over to the syllabus, but there's a lot that doesn't. So obviously there's the 3 main pillars that we've got in here. And these are expected to take a member approximately 3 weeks each, depending on obviously other commitments, which obviously are self-paced online. So each pillar of coaching, sports management and performance has 3 parts. The first 2 give you sort of like your text box full of essential tools to support the final part where you choose your independent study project. So the coaching pillar is about giving you the tools to grow into confident, effective coaches, learning the fundamentals and advanced techniques and how to work within structured coaching models, how to design programs that suit the riders and groups that you're with. And of course, as well as teaching skills, it's about supporting riders and their families. So things like positive psychology and things like that come into it. So you learn the art of coaching, the foundations of coaching psychology and models that you get out of it. And then, of course, which is most important for us all, the passion to profit, which helps turn your coaching into a thriving and sustainable business while staying true to yourself. Sports management pillar gives you the insight into the wider equestrian world beyond the arena, as you might say. So you would see how the sport is managed at every level, covering professional recognition and career pathways. You'll learn how to run effective meetings and gain support from others and bringing people together. Obviously, networking is very important with this, and applying your knowledge for health and safety systems, project management, and sponsorship, as Melissy's touched on already.
And so just on that, Lorraine, these riders, you choose one of these pillars. You don't do all 3 of these, you just choose one of them. But if you loved it so much, we could look at giving you additional pillars later on once you went through.
Absolutely. Majority of our members so far have chosen the performance pillar pathway, which is developing skills and building experience and giving back to the sport. So you explore our performance network framework, maximising your horsepower. Obviously, we all need horsepower to get us where we want to go. So that is one main module within that, and also looking at your pathway to performance, identifying and tracking your progress and ensuring you've got the right environment and the right support at the right time. And then after that, we move on to our common modules. Now, these are actually what you do first. We recommend you actually do these ones first. We begin with the wellbeing questionnaire because your wellbeing actually underpins everything in Pony Club and your lives. It's not marked and it's not mandatory, but it does help you reflect on the energy and stress levels, your life balances between work or school, Pony Club and family. So it gives you a personal snapshot that you can revisit later. Goal setting, obviously, we focus on the psychology behind setting effective goals and understanding the difference between outcome and behavioural goals. Obviously, we can't go around getting red ribbons every week, although it'd be fantastic. So we're going to get pretty depressed if we don't get our red ribbons every week. So that's where outcome and behavioural goals become important, you know, doing your best performance. And obviously using time management tools to stay on track. The mentors is also very important, and we'll dive into that a little bit deeper in another slide, but obviously providing a positive mentoring relationship that builds confidence and helps you work through problems. Professional recognition. The members learn how to benchmark themselves, showcase achievements, and build evidence through certificates and experience. And then rider nutrition and fitness covers the physical activity, energy systems, fitness stages, helping riders understand their own bodies and how to train safely. At our camp, we had a personal trainer come along, and that was very interesting. And horse welfare and horse nutrition and fitness are also right at the forefront of everything at the moment, with public perception and a social license. So introducing the 5-domain model further, condition scoring and how this welfare links into the mental state, and encouraging empathy and responsibility. And of course, this is where it might overlap a little bit, depending on what level you are with your certificates. The horse nutrition and fitness, it focuses on feeding, training principles, ration balancing. It goes into interval training and other sorts of things as well. So outside the syllabus again, and obviously setting you up to do well.
I think that's the big thing. The whole thing about the Academy, it isn't just your certificates like from Pony Club, and you don't even have to have your certificates. You don't have to be even doing anything with your certificates, but everything in this is designed to set you up for your for life. And it doesn't need to be a life in equine. It could be any form of your life.
So the next set of common modules that everybody does are around your career and leadership side, obviously working why qualifications are important, to obviously get you where you want to go with your own progression. Oops, sorry, jumping slides again. And then networking is another important role, that we have to get along and work out, obviously, how to use each other's strengths to our best fortes. Marketing and social media. I actually marked an Academy participant's work tonight, and I just loved her video she sent in. It was a very simple video of how to tie a quick release knot, but it's those sorts of little things that I think are going to really set you apart from others.
And they can choose any form of presenting their work too, can't they? So it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. It can be, yeah.
It can be videos. It can be photos. It can be spoken.
And it's also understanding both sides of social media. Like social media can be damaging with the wrong sort of material being put up. So, before you press send, just understanding, what am I putting up there, or what am I commenting on? Is it something that I'm happy to have out there for the rest of my life? That's one thing that once you press send with social media, it's out of your control forever. So and we don't say go away from it, but it's just understand, how you're using social media. And if you've got strong views, great, that's perfectly good. But is social media the right place to share them? If it is, hey, great, that's no problem. That's your brand. But just understand the pros and cons of how you handle your social media personally.
I think, learning to reframe it in a positive way is a great way. Sorry, Lizzie.
That's okay. No, just keep going. That's what we have to do all the time. I don't believe that Facebook is ever for rants. Only positives.
So obviously another important side of horse riding, especially when you're trying to find your horsepower and other things, is going through contracts, ethics, finance and insurance, and learning all the ins and outs of these sorts of things as well. So we've actually given you examples within the program of these things, and also links to where to find more information.
And that's where our great sponsor, Pet Insure, because of course they are insurance and they valued what we were teaching in our program.
That's true. Yeah, we wouldn't be here today without Pet Insure Insurance. And a lot of us also rely on them for our horse cover as well.
Is this me?
Yeah, I
think
think
it
you're
is.
going to explain these diagrams
Okay.
here.
So basically, these pages show that these are some of the actual tasks that you will be doing as part of your Academy Mahi. And as you can see, we've put this together so you don't actually have to go through a whole module and do it from start to finish. You could actually go from bits and pieces. And as you can see here, if you were going to complete the personal mentorship plan, which is one of the first tasks we say that you should do, you're actually going to create a mentorship plan and you're going to talk about your goals. You're going to talk about the approach towards your goals and the strategies to achieve and how you got a mentor and evaluating that. You will be touching on our modules that have mentor self-management, goal setting, and network. So this slide, the next two slides are to show you that the actual tasks are across a range of modules or even pillars. So the financial management and budgeting, we are asking you in there to track 6 weeks of horse costs. Oh gosh, that's scary. And create a 12-month budget based on those horse costs. And we're not actually asking you to definitely allocate the funds in the template, but if you were going to go and then allocate funds, how much would you allocate and justify those assumptions so that when you get hit by that, oh my gosh, $3,500 vet bill, you might be covered. So that's of course brings in the finance and insurance, it brings in the ethics and contracts and the performance. So that shows that I think so it shows the skills that you're going to develop, and it's about developing you as the whole person and just not ticking the boxes. So everything that we've tried to do is real and useful. So you don't have to worry about choosing that perfect starting point because everything of the Academy that you do connects.
That's right. No matter where you start, you're always building towards the bigger picture. It grows on each other.
Do you want to go to the next one so we can show that kind of as well? So this is big. This is what we're doing at the moment at Pony Club. All the time at head office, we are constantly working on our digital marketing and social media plan. When I first came on board, sillily, I didn't even look and see how many followers we've got, but that's a real focus now, and we're tracking around 8,400. We've got an aim to be there at 18,000 in 3 years. So we've actually got to have a plan of how to get there. We've got to have a strategy. We're constantly running design campaigns in the background and trying to think about the interest. And funnily enough for us at secondary schools, we did a post. We noticed quite a few people not getting off their horses and using their horses as armchairs. So we designed a Facebook post that's actually turned it to the positive and said, my horse is not an armchair. And we celebrated the people that were doing the right thing. Now that Facebook post had like 500 likes, comments from internationally all over the place. So we were taken aback and surprised by that. But our plan is to carry on and work on that.
And also, we had goals there before. Remember, just like with your riding, you're not an expert from day one. So if you're not used to setting goals and actually writing them down, and you don't have to share them, they're your personal goals. But as you go forward, you'll find that you get better at defining them. Not making it too big, not making it too scary for yourself, so putting undue pressure on yourself. And they can be a short-term goal, like I'm going to make sure I get my horse completed and done by 5:30 because I need to do homework or we're going out for dinner or something like that. That can be a little one. It could be a week long, could be a month long, could be a year long. And as you do more of them, you'll start using them. But also a big thing, celebrate your little successes. If you do have a goal that goes really well, celebrate, shout yourself something like whatever.
Yeah. And for all of you, we're not asking you, we've actually, in the design, which we'll be going into soon, in Sports Tutor, there are links and there is support documents. So it's not just like go out and make a plan with no support. This is a structured program that is basically being written like a school curriculum with the supporting document behind it. Slide 13.
Right, mentorship. Well, so we do ask that everybody gets a mentor for this program, and not only for this program, everyone needs mentors in life. So we suggest that you follow David Galbraith's Unleashing Greatness section that he's got on mentors. Obviously, you've got to carefully select somebody that's got the same sort of beliefs and values as you, and you select for their experience and willingness to support others. So they're not here to do your work. Their role is to guide and support and share their own experiences so that obviously you grow and get through the program. But mentoring can also be flexible. You may have one or two mentors, depending on what works for you. You might have a person that mentors you through this program that gets you through to the finish line so that you complete our Pet and Sure Pony Club Academy. And you also may have another mentor that is progressing you towards the pathway and your future direction.
Excellent.
So if we move on to how to access everything, if I can drag this over here. You've probably already seen, obviously, this link tonight at the top here of the screen on our website, but you can click straight into Sports Tutor by clicking on this link here.
Is that the first thing they do? No, they have to enroll first.
Obviously, you would go into nominate to enroll into here first. And once you've done that, you don't have to wait for us to say anything. You can automatically go in to Sports Tutor and create a account in here if you don't already, or if you do like I have, you can just simply have your email address and log in.
It needs to be your email address, not your mum's, not your nan's, not your sister's. It has to be an email address for you.
That's correct. And it also, you need to go into the NZPCA login area, not the actual Sport Tutor or NZ Sport version of it as well. If
so
you do,
our login has our logo at it.
Correct.
I still get that confused, guys. Trust me.
So once you go in here, you can actually go into all sorts of learning. So there's many different sports in here. There's obviously netball, rugby, Paralympics, rowing. They often have free courses that you can go as well. And there's also My Learning, where you can go into all sorts of other programs as well that they have free for you to join. But if I just go into our Pony Club Academy, our Pony Club catalogue and go into the Pet and Sure Pony Club Academy, obviously on the right here where I've got cancel course, you would be clicking the box there to register if you're not already in it. Once we see your registration come through and obviously your nominate payment, we will grant you access straight away to the course, and whichever you can skip over to the syllabus and see the syllabus. The first thing you'll find is our questionnaire that I mentioned earlier. Now, that isn't compulsory and we don't have to see it, but we do recommend you do it because it just gives you that benchmark of, and it might actually highlight some bits where you might not feel so confident, but you're super motivated to get there. Or you might realize that, oh, okay, maybe I have to balance my time between my friends, family, and my horses a little bit better. And then the order that these are in are just suggested. As Lizzie said earlier, you don't have to. You can do it all over the place. You can do one of the assessments for the mentors and then skip down to self-management and have a look as well.
And as I do need to reiterate here, though, we will be having in 3 weeks' time, every 3 weeks, we will be having webinars and we will be setting the theme for it. So our first one, I think, is goal setting and mentors. So if you're brand new to it or you're stuck or having a bit of trouble or got some confusions, or even if you're an expert, we'd love you to come along to that because that will be where we focus specifically on those
tasks, yeah. I've been asked by several people, I'm struggling to get a mentor. I can't find a mentor that knows about the program to help. There are several people out there that are keen to be a mentor for the program, and also likewise people that are keen to actually mentor you in whichever direction you want to go with.
They don't have to be experts. They don't have to be Janelle Price. They don't have to be Ollie Croucher. They don't have to be Tara Gower. They could be a coach or someone who's competing or someone who's done their certificates. Could be someone from your own pony club.
Yep, that's right. It could be a coach in your pony club or somebody that you look up to. Obviously, you want someone you want to have help you. It could even be one of our pony club board members.
You've actually got to have conversations with them, though. So it's got to be someone that you feel comfortable with.
That's a good point there. But it is, I think, a good chance for you to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit and do find someone that you aspire to and that you would love to have a reference from, perhaps, to get you to that next step or next goal that you've got. So once we go into these courses here, if I click into goal setting, it takes you to the actual learning for it. Now, I think this is one of the originals. Yeah, this is one of our original slides. So they're in two formats. This was back in the day when we first started off, and obviously it tells you about behavioural goals here. We can get out of this.
So Amber's got a good question, really good question there, Amber. So Amber's question is, how much knowledge of the academies do mentors have to have? 0. I would say they don't have to actually have knowledge about the academy itself. They have to have knowledge about life, not necessarily even horses.
That is correct. And that's why
you could even have a couple. Yeah. You could even have a couple and you could go, okay, if I'm doing the performance pathway, maybe I do need someone who's on a performance, is doing well in their performance themselves, but it doesn't have to be, I need to know what the academy is, but it could be someone like that. Or if I'm going to do the pillar, but then I might go and get someone else who's a social media expert like Ashley Kendall or someone like that to be that part.
That's right. Some of our national coaches are also very keen if you want to go down the coaching pathway or the performance pathway. Obviously, they also have different strengths in both those areas. We have people that are into facilitating too. We've got someone such as Emma Barker, who's our ex-board chair, who does course design.
The only thing I think that, the mentor couldn't potentially be a marker because or the markers are neutral and wouldn't have the opportunity. But we're here to help you navigate the pathway.
And just to reiterate what you said there, it's someone you
Love the
need
question.
to have a connection with, someone that doesn't talk at you or someone that doesn't quite listen the way you feel they should listen to you, because we all have our own style of listening and talking and relating. So, you might start with one and go, not quite working. I'd like to try someone else, and we will help you with that. We've got a full list of it, and having done the academy, Lorraine and Lizzie have a really good feel for, once they've spoken to you and understand more about you, where we might be able to find a mentor that can work with you, and more importantly, you are happy working with them. Remember, it's not a have to, it's one that suits you, just like a pair of shoes.
It's true. When you go into the assessment for mentors, the first part of it is obviously having a mentor. So we do actually have an example here of what a mentorship plan might look like. So I'm just opening it up now.
But once we get into that with you, we'll definitely show you. But Lorraine's showing you, which is great, how to navigate there, how to log in, and how to get quickly started.
And obviously, once you've got your mentorship plan, you can obviously you can add it as an attachment. Obviously, all these different file types are acceptable. There's documents, there's photos, there's videos, there's all sorts of formats. Or you can simply type in your details here and click save.
And as we go along, we're here to help. We don't want you to sit there and get stuck or not know where to turn. And that is why we're going to be offering every 3 weeks these sessions where you can come online, where we do want to see your faces for that, and where you can ask questions and pop your hand up and have an interactive, and we'll be able to go, hey Simon, how are you going with your mentorship? Or how I've just got, hey Lara, how are you going? How are you going, Amber? And a sharing session. It's kind of like a support network. Not scary at all.
We're also very keen to get buddy groups organised as well. So if there'll be an email going out to the current participants to see if they're happy to join into that group, and so that 3, 4, 5 of you can join in together and have a short little Zoom session across the country.
As you finish each module, you get a certificate for that module, but you don't get a full academy overall until you're finished. And we're not sure, like the first time we did a camp, and we did it in Hamilton, and it was great, it was fantastic, it was wonderful, but it's getting to that time of the season where if I said to you now, what weekend is free, none of us would have the same weekend. So it might be more after Eventing Champs end of April next year. There's the first opportunity to look at getting together, but that would be one definite aspect. But if you can't come to that because it's user pays, we understand, but that's why these webinars are really important.
Another thing I've had also is that I've had some amazing work come in, but it's like they're doing a production, that's ready to go out in all the glossy magazines and things like that. So I just want to, I love the work, but I don't want to have the expectation that all this time and effort has to go on this one piece of work, one piece of mahi. So it can be as simple as writing some sentences down and just submitting that, or just even a voice recording to talk us through it. It could be like an interview, just whatever you find the easiest.
Fantastic. Okay, our next slide is about uploading your work and how we track it.
So, I think we basically have already covered how to upload it.
I think we have, haven't we? But we'd be showing you that as we go through. But we need you to know that it is it's not hard, and of course we're here to support you.
Okay. can possibly.
By the way, one thing, guys, have a think about. You might have a buddy at Pony Club or that you do dressage or show jumping with, and why not do it together? That can be another one. Naturally you'll still have your mentor, but what about if you had someone that is a good friend and you go through this together and learn together, and then you can actually also talk through some of your answers, like we're talking about here, whether you do a video or written or whatever. You can actually bounce ideas off each other and learnings together, rather than feeling like you're the only one in Timaru that's doing it, for example. Just imagine if you had another buddy that was that you get on well with or you're friends with, and you could do it together.
Fantastic.
The screen I'm showing you right now, this is me here. Okay, but I'm also in the side that the tutors see. So they'll go in here and they can manage your sign off.
Are you the grey or the bay?
I'm the grey. I'm the pretty grey. Thank you, Simon. But obviously we've got this progress tracker and a practical sign off, so we can see exactly where everybody is, where everybody's gone into. I can't quite show you those screens because we haven't got permission from everybody to show you, but I can show you this. So obviously if I open this up, I haven't done very well here at all because I'm actually marked that done already. But obviously, yeah, we will put comments in this of where you're at. And I doubt would say failed, but
no, there's no fails. There's no fails.
I have had
but
this
the thing
time.
is, you have to do the work, and we are going to be setting a time frame on it, because we know that you're busy, but no one should take more than 2 years to finish this.
That's right. So yeah.
And we believe that getting a Pony Club Pet Insurer Academy, a leadership academy qualification will definitely help you on your pathways, and it will be recognised with certificates just like our certificate programs currently do. So we're on to slide 17 now. I think it's the next steps.
That's right. So obviously, if you're enrolled, do check in with your mentor and plan your next lot of work, your next lot of mahi, and get going on it. If you're stuck, please sing out to me or anybody that knows about the system, and we can give you a list of names to go to if you need help that we can't do. For the new people, obviously go to the website and click on those 2 boxes, 1 to nominate, to put your application in, and 2 to register on Sports Tutor. And as soon as we have those there, we'll flick you an email and let you know we've granted you access.
Excellent.
And our next webinars, obviously, we've got, I haven't spelled October very well. 2 hours in it tonight.
Oh,
I didn't
October.
Obviously.
She's from Gore.
I mean, the next one is diving deeper into those common modules that we've mentioned already, then building our foundation, the well-being, goal setting, self-management, working with mentors, and professional recognition. And
they're not compulsory, but we do suggest that if you're in the webinar, if you are enrolled in the Academy, you come along to these. But of course, they'll also be recorded, but they're not compulsory. But, Lorraine and I are available, and we want to get people through this Academy. So that's why we're offering this.
And obviously, we might be even having some guests on it, like we have tonight with Simon. Simon's been with us right from the start, as he's been an awesome mentor for me.
Yeah, and I know that he is instrumental in getting our ESNZ's high performance scholarship with his friend Jock Paget. He's got friends in high places. Like Todd, Janelle.
I was just going to say that Guys, in a nutshell, we are there to help you go through the journey. It's not, as Lizzie said, you don't fail. We just help you learn and grow. It's all about growing. So it's not like you go and do your exams in another couple of months, well, another 6, 8 weeks time or whatever. Here, we want you to grow as young people and become fantastic young people. So we're there to support you. Don't ever think that we're going to judge you because you got something wrong, or you felt you got it wrong. That's not it at all. We're there to help you grow. So just always keep that in the back of your mind.
Fantastic. I love that messaging.
Yeah, it's a great chance to understand how the modules work together and answer questions and set ourselves up for success.
Beautiful.
So has anyone got any questions? Is that any questions for us? Like either in the chat or unmuting yourself and asking us?
Very quiet tonight.
Okay. Well, as you said
And by the
next.
sorry, Lizzie, just saying, if you have a question later, please come to Lorraine. She's there to support you and make sure you feel totally excited and comfortable with the academy. So maybe you're just not sure whether you want to ask a question here in front of everyone. Please get hold of Lorraine, email or talk to her later, and she'd love to talk you through something.
Yeah, and if you're still not sure if it's you or not, just come and ask us again. That's what we're here for.
That's right. And actually, there's a Facebook Messenger chat group too that the first cohort set up that we need to revitalise as well. It's good, but I'm starting to get some photos coming in from the second intake of people wearing their new Pet Ensure polo shirts. The video that Grace sent in today of her release.
Well, I just was with the Writers Council not that long ago, and they're jealous, and they're like, can we have, I've suggested now that they have Writers Council, which you guys can all apply for as well, Writers Council shirts and Writers Council things, because they're like, hello.
Actually, with some of them are members of the Pony Club Academy too, of the Writers Council.
How many people are we expecting in each cohort? It's an open registration, so we decided to try something a little bit different and just keep the registration open. So I think at each camp we'd be aiming to have about 50 people at a camp.
Yeah, minimum 30, hey?
Yeah, so how many have we got? So in our first academy, which was open and then closed, I think we ended up, how many people have you maybe got 50 in that one?
Yeah, approximately 50, I think.
And how many in the new registrations opened?
I think we've got about 15 now.
15? Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's probably around that 15 work, because Lorraine at the moment is our sole marker, so she goes in and does the marking and the updating and things like that.
I say we've got people around the country that are keen to be mentors and help you through it too, all over New Zealand. So if you need some help with that, we'll be able to give you point you in the right direction.
Yeah, but thank you so much for coming along tonight. That we think this is super exciting to be able to grow our riders and our members, not just in their certificates and their horse management and their riding, but as people as well. So we really believe in it, and that's why we're here. So thank you so much.
And just reiterating that, Lizzie, these skills, which a number of the guys in the first intake have said, is they can go across to other sports or your uni or whatever you're doing in life, like, for example, goal setting. Learning that skill and refining it is something that can be just used in everyday life, work, sport, whatever. So, even your savings plan, if say you're saving for a new saddle or something like that, that's a goal. So how do you break that goal down into what I can do this month, next month, 6 months, towards that target? So, that just learning how to manage and use a goal is something that goes across all aspects of life. So, it's very much a universal skill set that we're really wanting to grow you young people into be fabulous young people and adults.
One of our participants just used our goal setting modules to help her with her high performance SNZ application as well that she was going for.
Beautiful.
It was great
Excellent.
to be able to, bounce
there's
off
one
these
more
things.
chat. There might be a chat there. No, that's at your email. Okay, I think. Okay, guys. So, Amber's writing and that's like applying for teams and applying for things like Amber got to go to China, applying for China, into Pacific applications. Because one thing that I find when I get all the applications in, often people are not successful the first time because they don't sell themselves. Yeah, so you've got to really sell yourself. So it's all of those skills that you can, as I said, apply to sponsorship, or you can use out there. So yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. You're very welcome, everybody. This is great.
Thank you for putting it on, Lizzie and Lorraine. That's been really good.
Oh no, it was much more. It's fun, but I must say, being in the same room with her at NIS, because we did it the night of NIS, that was really exciting because we couldn't see anyone. We couldn't even see all the little names at the top, so we didn't know what we were doing.
We basically had a conversation between ourselves, didn't we? It was quite fun.
It was recorded, so we just had to remember that we were recording the conversation. So thanks, guys. See you later. I'm stopping the recording now. We've really